It is Pride Month and I haven't said a word, or I haven't even shared a book recommendation list from my side, and I am sad about it. Hi guys, this is Diksha and I'm back again with another video for you all, and today it's Pride Month. I mean, like, my specs. So it's Pride Month and I thought it's almost 15 days past June, but I thought, it's time that I talk about a little bit of Pride list recommendation from my end, although I should have posted it like long back, but still. So without much further ado, let's get on with the video. So the first book that I will be recommending you all for sure is Simon vs. the Homo Sapien Agenda by Becky Albertalli. I love this book. So a blogger friend of mine, Sai, he requested me to read this one because he is a big fan of Simon, and he literally goes on telling every single person to read this book. I thought, okay, fine, you're recommending, I'll read it, but I didn't know it was this good. It is such a sweet, it's such a cute story. So it's about this guy named Simon who has this not really identity issue. He just cannot accept the fact that he's gay, but eventually he does because he has this email conversation with another guy who calls himself Blue. It's so cute. Those email conversations are so cute. So they end up telling about their own life to each other, and they become bits of friends, and eventually they start getting attracted to each other. And one fine day Simon is like, you know what, I need to come out to my parents because yes, I am attracted to boys. And how they end up meeting and what exactly happens is such a beautiful, cute story at the end. It's very nice. It literally puts a smile on your face. So I would really recommend, especially during this time when things are like in such a chaotic craziness, you really need something to put a smile on your face. So this is a book I will really recommend. It's a quick read. You will literally end up finishing this in a couple of hours if you literally give yourself time. I'm not kidding. Then I got another favorite of mine, The Song of Achilles by Madeline Miller. I think I did a book review of this, most likely, I don't remember, but if you guys do want me to do a book review of this one, do let me know in the comment section below. I would love to, because I have a lot of bullet points. So this is about Achilles and Patroclus and how their friendship turns into an attraction and how they end up being lovers, and what exactly happens when Achilles goes on a distant war in Troy, and how Patroclus is there. It's a very heartbreaking story. It's a heartfelt story, to be honest. It's been written in a very nice manner. I mean, it's very simple, but yet it gives you something, it just gives you a lot to think about, because when you start reading the book, you will end up looking at both of the characters, the surrounding and every single thing. But once you start reaching towards the end, you will take Achilles and Patroclus as individual characters and how they develop throughout being kids to their adolescent time to when they're adult. The entire time frame has been done very beautifully. So by the time you reach at the end, your heart is broken and you want to cry your eyes out, but it just gives a very beautiful message. I won't go a lot into all these books because I really want you guys to read them further without me giving you spoilers, because I might end up slipping them. It's a really lovely book. I think I've read Circe and I've read this one, but I think this one I am more attached to. Then I got The Color Purple by Alice Walker. So this book is about Sally. She's a young black woman who's been born in poverty, and then how she ends up meeting this glamorous, beautiful artist, Shug Avery, and how their relationship it's a very complicated, a complex relationship that ends up giving her not really an identity, but she discovers herself, she understands her worth, and she ends up fighting for what is right, and how she's been put down, she starts stepping up. It's a very nice story. It's a very nice book, and it is perfect for the current scenario that's going on, and it is a perfect fit for LGBT book recommendation when it comes to classics. Then I think this is my all-time favorite book. I mean, out of all the books that I've read, this is definitely going to be my top book that I like, and I recommend this to every single person. Trust me when I say every single person. I've done this before as well. When it comes to LGBT book recommendation, I cannot avoid this book, and if you guys have been following my channel, you will know which one I'm talking about. Me by Elton John. It just puts a smile on my face. So the other day I was watching Bohemian Rhapsody again, and the minute John Reed enters and he ends up signing Queen as being one of their manager, it just puts me back into this one. I just start recalling the entire conversation, every single thing that happened, and I just go back to this book. I mean, I recently saw Rocketman as well. The way the movie starts, you get the feel of it, because especially once you have read the book and when you watch the movie, you end up tearing up in every single scene, because you know you can relate to those things. And it happened to me, trust me. Everybody was watching the movie, I ended up crying like hell, and everyone went like, what? And I'm like, you gotta read the book. I think it's a non-fiction, and it's the first and only autobiography by Elton John. And I have to say that after reading this particular book, I fell in love with non-fiction as a genre. I never liked reading non-fiction books, but after this I've read like a couple of good ones, and I really enjoyed them. But this being a memoir, it doesn't give you that non-fiction-y feeling. It gives you more of a fiction-y thing, or like it gives you that feeling that, okay, you know what, a friend of yours or maybe an uncle of yours is sitting in front of you, in front of, like, there's a bonfire going on, you had a good family feast, and then you guys are like having coffee, people are having whatever they want to have, and he just says, you know what, let me tell you my life story. It gives you that feel. It's the starting and the end. It's beautifully done, and you can't stop reading this book. You have to end up flipping every single page because you just can't stop. It's just like a definite recommendation. It is the only non-fiction book I'm going to recommend, and for those who don't like reading non-fiction, this is something that you can pick up for sure. Music lovers, artists, this is something a must. Then these are the two books by, you guys will know, Rainbow Rowell. Okay, I haven't read Carry On, neither have I read Wayward Son, and it's a signed copy. I received this one during the release, and I received this one right with it. And although I haven't read Rainbow Rowell book, but I want to start with it. Somebody mentioned that I have to read Fangirl first before I start with Carry On, and then follow it with Wayward Son. If you guys know, let me know. When it comes to LGBT recommendation, these are really interesting because a lot of readers have been going crazy about these two. Although I haven't read, but yes, I have these books. I had to tell you guys about these ones. So yeah. So these were my recommended list for LGBTQ books. If you like any of these, just let me know in the comment section below. If you have any other book which is related to such genre, just let me know again, because I think it's nice to read every single genre. Thanks, and happy Pride Month!